Alright, so everyone, welcome back to the second episode of the Communist Czechoslovakia playthrough, which, it's not going to be an extremely long campaign, but it's going to be decent. And in the meantime, as I was waiting around for the justification to finish, I made the guy that was our main infantry dude, basically a field marshal, just to stack him with all the infantry units that we have right now. I also made the tank guy, the Richard Tesařík, I guess, also sort of stacked with tanks, and hopefully he'll get the Panzer leader and then Panzer expert traits quite soon, because he should be able to. I mean, he does have the Panzer officer trait. So there we go, we should be able to just declare the war. I wonder how the USSR is going to react to this. Hopefully they'll be completely fine with it, and we'll just have a very quick blitzkrieg through the whole thing. Okay, it does seem like the Yugoslavians aren't even going to put up a big fight. We already captured Belgrade, and we are going to be overrunning a majority of their forces here. They do want to join the war, so they should be completely fine with me just blitzing through the whole area. Let's go and capture Skopje. Skopje? I think. It's not exactly a Slavic region, is it though? So, well, I don't actually know. Macedonia is sort of an odd one out. Never quite. I think they're Slavic, but it's a bit strange. Okay, so Sarajevo is ours. This guy. Okay, so we already captured Yugoslavia. That was quite a brief war, if I do say so myself. I think next on the chopping block is going to be Bulgaria, but they might be in a faction with. No, they're not in a faction with Italy. Maybe even Poland. I wonder how they're going. They're going not specified yet. They're going right. Okay, so when they actually eventually turn fascist, we should be able to just completely annihilate them. Otherwise, they might be guaranteed by the UK, because the UK does not have a majority, big stuff to deal with right now. The French did go communist, however they joined the Allies. We do have a non-aggression with them, and they might be leaving the Allies soon. I don't know, let's see what their focus tree... They actually haven't done anything in their focus tree, they just turned communist from the big communist support they had in their country. So that's completely fine. Also, let's... I don't know, so... For the time being, I guess we can safely invade Bulgaria without any sort of repercussions to deal with, and that's going to be completely okay. However, I'm wondering right now if it might be better just to go for Italy and to quickly destroy them, then go for potentially Bulgaria while we are at war with Italy. But not entirely sure, because I'm not 100% positive when it comes to the to knowing the how the how the two relate. Maybe, I don't know, let's just slam them on the Italian border and let's see how things pan out. But I think it's going to be fine. We do have quite a lot of divisions, however, so this should be alright, right? This should be alright. How many do the Italians have? They have quite a lot more than we do, so maybe in fact we'll go for Bulgaria. But for the time being, I think we'll just focus on our industry, the Polish division, the Polish situation. The world tension is on 36%, so maybe if we actually capture Poland, the British won't be happy with that. So I think we'll go for Italy and then for Germany, and then we'll see how things pan out. But I wanted to see how this goes. So if you go trust in the West. If you go trust into... Okay, the Free American Empire declared war on Chile. That's another thing. If we declare war on Italy, they might be joined by the... Oh wait, they're in the North American Brotherhood. So, maybe we'll just wait for Italy to go Italy first. Then, you know, for them to join up with Bulgaria. And then we'll see how things go. But, the Indonesian order, well, I actually didn't see it. This is probably due to Centralist Australia meddling with them, yeah, of course. So, the Indonesian order, they always seem to win. They just have more stuff, and they also have a shit ton of volunteers from basically everyone. But, yeah, the Republic of Iran, they went Democrat, Afghanistan going fascist, Iraq going undetermined, though I think they're going fascist because of their majority fascist support and their militarism and military youth, but I don't know why they're democratic then. Oh, I guess the British declared war on them, didn't they? Ah, that explains it. Okay, so for the time being, I think what we might do is wait a little bit for... How's Greece going? Greece is going communist, so once they flip, we'll just destroy them. But for the time being, maybe we'll actually just take out Poland, but the world tension is a little bit too high for my liking right now, so maybe Germany. Maybe Germany. Danzig for guarantee. So if Poland... If you go for Poland, we'll also have to go for Germany. So I think I'll wait until Italy does Italy first, and then we'll see about the... we'll see what we can do. In the meantime, any new factions forming? No, of course not. It's always the same. Maybe if we go through... When all these minor nations flip, we can just march in and take them out. And maybe you can also take a communist China, because they don't... They're in the People's Front. But the People's Front is just them. I wonder if we can't actually get into this territory, so it's not going to be very good. How's Turkey going? They're also going communist. So when all these nations flip, we'll just take them out one by one. However, in the meantime, I guess we'll just build up, sitting on our asses and doing absolutely nothing for the time being, and just see how the cards are dealt. So I think I'll come back actually when either Italy does Italy first, which they're not doing right now. I don't think they're doing it. No, they can only do Italy first though. So when they do Italy first, potentially invite Bulgaria, we'll take them out both, and then when Poland or Turkey or Greece flips, we'll also destroy them. And in the meantime, we'll see what the German Empire does. If they do form their own faction, also kill them. I'm really trying to avoid a war with the United Kingdom, which are also going communist. At least it seems like they are. They don't... Why are they communist? They don't have an advisor. Okay, well, if Britain decides to go communist, we might as well just sort of... They won't pose an issue, I suppose. But, you know, it's going to be quite a doozy, so I'll come back when something actually happens from all the things that I just stated, so, see you in a bit. Alright, so we're back, and in the meantime what happened was basically that the Soviet Union demanded Eastern Poland, and obviously they didn't cede it, so they're now at war, and I think it would be poignant to join them. However, yeah, let's agree, and because the German Empire actually created the anti-Soviet pact and the Polish joined them, I think it's poignant to say that they will be, yep, we're now at war with basically everyone that joined the anti-Soviet pact, and that means that it's Turkey, and no, but Greece was, even though they are communist, which is quite strange. The Europe Alliance, which is just basically the Central Powers, or the fall of Leningrad already. If I lose this because the the Soviets didn't take care of their borders, I'm gonna be pretty mad, but you know, what can you do, what can you do? But let's go extremely aggressive with the tanks, and let's just completely annihilate any sort of resistance from the Greeks so that we can move forward and take care of Germany and Poland. Are doing I've done the fortification focus, so we do have quite a lot of stuff around here. Also did the Polish line, so we'll see how things pan out. I did split my units into two forces when it comes to. Okay, so how's the Greek? I split my infantry force into two, just to kind of pan out. The Soviet Union wants to give me 39 divisions. It's quite a lot of divisions, mate. And where are they located? It's a lot of tanks. Maybe if we give the tanks to this guy, that might be good. But I think I'll make a new general just for the tanks. And this guy's a brilliant strategist. That's pretty good. Where are these troops? They're here. Okay, so that's very nice of you, Soviet Union. I'm very glad that I received this random amount of troops. But I think I'll give my troops to our generals, and the Soviet troops can join up with the brilliant strategist over here, just so he can take out this random force. I'll just put him to aggressive. Hopefully we'll manage to bust through these guys. And in the meantime, the advance on Poland's going very slowly, but we'll hopefully manage. Oh damn, we are now under full assault. No, that's just the Soviets attacking. Okay, you can do that, Soviet Union. You can do that very much so. But of course, in Greece, the front lines always break, which means that we'll have to clean up this mess manually. But you know, the Soviets attacking is going to I don't know. I mean, I do have these guys, basically my entire army, just defending our previous borders, I suppose you could call it. So it's going to be okay. Once we take out Greece, I think I'm gonna shift this tank force to take out Finland. Come on, guys, it's just Greece. Don't be foolish. A lot of stuff. Research, that's pretty good. However, what might not be good is the state of the Soviet military forces, because they do seem to be completely inept. However, now hopefully we can take out Athens right here. That would be very good. Let's just do something like this, just so they're encircled, technically. Even though I'm not entirely sure how that actually helps, but we'll see. Let's do medium armor, and there goes Greece. There we go. Democratic blah blah of Greece has capitulated. Now we're actually busting through Poland quite nicely, which means that we can actually shift our divisions here. Sort of a spearhead to Berlin. Let's see how that goes. I don't think we actually lost any territory here. It's just the Soviets relentlessly attacking. How's the Afghan thing going? If we put him to aggressive, we'll actually see some results. It's Soviet forces, so I don't really care about their lives or anything like that. But because the Germans don't have any presence in the Mediterranean, I think we'll be okay. These guys maybe should stop for a little while, because it seems like they're getting completely shredded in the meat grinder. No, not those guys, these guys. And Greece, naval invasion from Greece. Okay, the Greeks are trying to take their land back, which is understandable, completely understandable. However, yeah, these guys are not going to join, so let's give in to these guys and let's take him back. Have these guys gone here yet? Yep, let's try and bust through here. Hopefully this line worries me quite a bit, so let's do something like this. Let's try and bust through with our tanks. Does this guy have the trait yet? Yes, he does. Panzer expert. Let's do that, because that's going to be quite beneficial. This guy... How's the attack going? Not very well. Actually, that's my biggest strategy in multiplayer, just for the Soviet Union to do the... if they're still suffering from the purge, maybe just giving their entire force as an expeditionary force to someone that has pretty good buffs on their military and just do something like that. Could be poignant. Try and just bust through here. It's not going very well, is it? These are plains, and this is forest. Okay, so that's gonna affect us quite a bit. Let's try and support that attack. Just because, yeah, we do want to get through. Actually, let's just do again an attack here, and it seems the entire Soviet force has joined in with our attack. However, the Finnish forces are quite troublesome here. We could just get through here, but we can't because the... Oh, let's do some fallback lines. Sure. Let's also get our factories working on that. Yep, we have arrived. Let's kill them. Actually, we can't. Well, actually, we're going to kill them anyway. It's just we were initially losing the battle, and now it's sort of 50-50. Which is very strange, because they have cavalry and we have two fully armored divisions. One's a medium, one's light, obviously, so it's not fully heavy armored stuff, but it's okay. Let's join up with some infantry there, I guess. And the Polish question. Okay, so this guy isn't doing very well when it comes to the tank offensive, so let's move him maybe here. You can just focus purely on Poland. No, not that. You can focus just on Poland, take him out quickly, and then maybe we can actually do something, but I don't know, because the Soviets are completely wasting their manpower here, but they are taking care of Finland, abandoning Leningrad in the process, but they're doing something, so that's always a nice sight. Oh, Afghanistan's always a bit of a bitch to crack, so that's that. Let's do this. Let's just kick him out again. It's a lot of damage. What are we gonna do? Well, it's not a lot of damage, but it's okay. I'll overrun them, and they've now decided to resort to island hopping their way out of here, which is always fun. And from here, can we actually do anything? I guess we can't. That's basically it. So let's just put him down on Athens. However, the two armored divisions should join up with the armored general. Even though it's gonna take a while, I guess, to really take shape. Maybe we can just, you know, try and attack here and there. The Germans really not gonna try anything here in the Sudeten area, I can tell you that much. There's no reason for us to be worried there, I guess. Finland's dying, that's okay. Who do we have to worry about? Basically only the Brest-Litovsk German area. That's about it. So the tanks really aren't doing anything there. They're just they have too much of a good defense there, so let's just pull them back. No reason for us to be needlessly dying. And yes, let's do this. The infantry here is okay. This is quite a situation. So it's sort of a stalemate right from the beginning. Except for the Finnish front, that one's moving quite rapidly. I wonder if our tanks could actually go there, because right now they're not doing much. Come on, guys, let's get it moving. No need to be just slow. It's not gonna get us victory anytime soon. Startland Lees, indeed. I'm actually wondering why the the French aren't supporting us. Maybe they're... no, they're not supporting us at all. Yeah, they're still in the Allies. If we actually could get France on our side, that would be brilliant. Spain, I don't know what Spain could realistically do. Maybe land an invasion somewhere around here. But in the meantime, Italy first happened, obviously, but that's not gonna be a big problem yet. What's a big problem is that the Germans have really good generals, and because the Soviets haven't been to war before this, okay, Greece, another invasion. Another invasion of Greece, and it seems it failed immediately, so that's completely fine. I'm happy with that. Wonder when it comes to naval presence. Enemy ships 19 to 21. That's quite a bit. So the Greeks do actually have quite a bit of a naval presence. Yeah, they do. Won't be able to need any significant invasions to Greece then, which is quite a shame, but that's completely fine. Let's work on this. But I wonder if we could do something like this, just to slowly but surely. No, that's not gonna work at all. That's a bit of a shame. The Finnish front, just because the Germans are really strong right now. They actually managed to push through here and here. Not anywhere else though. So that's, yeah, it was a great push. One province, guys, one province. Brilliant. The tanks are sort of underpowered now, but these should be, I guess they should be planes. Let's try that. Let's try that, just for a little bit. See how it goes. Bam, slam. Okay, it's some greens, some red. Try and support the attack with infantry also. If we could manage to bust through here, that would be great, but I'm not overly enthusiastic about that prospect. Okay, we managed to push. That's pretty decent. It's gonna take a while for the infantry to get there, but once they do, we will have sort of a decent bridgehead to move from, I suppose. Let's also move them there. And the tanks should move to the tank general. They aren't. Well, when we have the chance, they will. Let's do this and do this. Hopefully something like that's gonna be completely fine, and it's not. Okay, let's stop the attacks with the tanks. It's not going anywhere. It's just sort of foolish right now. But maybe here. Yeah, there we go. So the infantry has to sort of save the ass of the tanks. Okay. Can do something like this. Just extend the front a little bit. No, but what we can do is try here. It's not over a river, I don't think, so we should be able to push there. Otherwise, we should stay put. Anything useful here? Maybe this, just a little bit more political power. Here we've encountered a stalemate. It's completely fine. Finland should fall very shortly. Soviet troops here don't really care about them at all. They're just there. Okay, so let's move this. Let's move into, what's this? Brno. And try to figure out a very effective way of attacking. Okay, so the Soviets are managing to bust through, so we should try and help them here. Next, let's try this. Bam. Maybe if Croatians, okay, so Italy is on our side now, even though they were sending support to the Germans just a while ago, so completely fine with that. Even though it's, yep, so Italy's on our side, same with Bulgaria, not Bulgaria, Jesus. Bulgaria and Italy's on our side now, which is quite okay, but we do actually need more resources. Just thought, but we do, so there we go. And now that should hopefully put some strain on the Germans quite heftily, because as it stands right now, with just me and the Soviet Union, we'd be fighting this war for quite a while. It's not something that I do desire. I do want sort of at least an attempt at a quick victory. Don't necessarily have to be an insanely quick victory, but there we go. Are managing to do some damage here though, because they do have quite a lot of territory here that's unoccupied due to them having to support Finland, not Estonia, but Lithuania, Poland and such. So let's also do this, just to create a diversion. But because it's basically Germany pulling everything from the dump, they don't have enough divisions. It's 1942, so they do have quite a bit. Let's see how many divisions they have left. They have, okay, so I have roughly, they actually have less than me, so that's completely fine, and they definitely have less than the Soviet Union. How many does the Soviet Union have? Yeah, 450, so that's quite a bit. Are managing to do stuff, which is okay, but not quickly enough, I suppose. Let's start with the creation of the tanks. Don't need them right now. And also it should be helpful towards the reinforcement rate of our current tanks, at least a little bit. Do that, and the tanks. The tanks maybe should go straight for Berlin. Rush B, in essence. There we go. Are pushing through, and are pushing through. These guys are not, however. They're just sort of. Actually, let's get them aggressive. Let's try to see what that does. We're about to encircle these guys. That'd be great. Don't have enough punch in our. Oh. Rat supporting us. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Shock and awe. It's always good. Always good doctrine to go for. And yeah, the tanks are here, so let's go. Let's try and push through as much as we can. Also, the airplanes should do something here instead of just laying around doing nothing. And the yeah. The airplanes here also would be quite beneficial to our cause. Though they have a lot of, they do have quite a lot of airspace coverage, the Germans do, so it's gonna be a while before we manage to do anything. Oh, a lot of chromium missing. Let's get it from the Americans for the time being. While Soviets, you're up. And how many losses do we actually have? We have, whoa, that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. But I think that with this sort of assault, we should be able to win here. Against Poland, maybe we should just stop, because that's not going anywhere. The Polish do seem to have quite a good base here. Maybe they fortified a bunch, and the Finnish are dead, basically. Helsinki as last one. The Afghan troops are attacking, however it's not going too well for them, so that's completely okay. I'm very fine with that. But other than that, we're doing relatively okay. Can we give him... no, nothing useful at least. And yeah, so hopefully with this sort of Soviet tactic of just trying to... but you know, the big thing is that they left a majority of their country just unoccupied completely. Dortmund here and Essen, Köln, so we should just sort of swept in from the back from around Austria, and we just completely enveloped them. We're losing quite a bit of manpower though, so let's stop with the recruitment. And let's just try and see how far we actually managed to get. The tanks, very disappointed in the tanks. They haven't done much. I mean, I suppose the majority of them were light tanks, but still, it's, you know, when the infantry can push better than the tanks, makes you think. I suppose the Germans are very well fortified, so not that surprising. And the only major is the German Empire, so if we can take the Germans out, so it's all 4 million of manpower, Jesus. Managed to take the Germans out. Let's stop for a while with the assault. Let's just try and recuperate a little bit. Yeah, the tanks are almost dead. It's almost despawned the models or whatever, so let's just pull them back. Italy declared war on the United Kingdom. That's just brilliant. You know, that's just exactly what I needed right now. Well, at least the British Estonia joined the European Alliance. Brilliant. Just brilliant. So what are we up against? It's not that much. The Soviets are doing their usual strategy of just losing their men. Maybe this guy can push right now. If we can take out at least Afghanistan right now, that'd be great. Shift these forces maybe against Estonia and stuff. The Soviets, kind of a big failure to be honest. Now that the French are fighting the Italians, that's going to be a big problem because they're not going to be joining our side anytime soon. Probably signed a non-aggression pact with the Germans as well. Let me check. Yep, definitely. So that's not going to be helpful at all. In fact, okay. How much manpower do the Germans have? Still 1 million. Much more than we do. That's for sure. Huh. We could take this encirclement right here. That would be quite beneficial. Nothing. Okay, these guys. Should not try and push there. Slow these guys. Nope. Not gonna happen. Okay, let's do this. Both sides. Even you can attack. Come on, we can do it. Overwhelming firepower, something like that. And no. Do have quite a lot of defense. Maybe you can win this, but I doubt it. It says we're winning, but obviously our troops will just de-org or something before that, so. Do you seem to be winning though? Oh, no, of course not. Of course not. It's always the cocktease, like you're winning the battle every single day, but then like 3 seconds before it's over you just lose. It's always a great sight. So the Italians won't be helping us with the Germans at all. Actually, I think they haven't done anything to the Germans now, of course not. Just not even a naval invasion or anything like that. So they just went and attacked the French. Doing doctrine discoveries, brilliant. Soviets are not helping at all. Still not doing anything against the Afghan forces, though we can get a Panzer expert in here, so that's okay, I guess. Running out of manpower, my allies are doing absolutely nothing, so that's it's always a good sight. Always a good sight. I mean, basically the Germans and the Soviets haven't done anything apart from losing Leningrad and then taking out Finland. What a mighty country. What a great power. Meanwhile, I'm halfway into Germany. So, let's go service by requirement. No. Can't help it. Nothing can do about it. Jaws have to. Siam People's Republic. Oh god. Is Siam in a faction? No. Okay. Phew. Good. At least we've got India on our side. Are they actually helping? No, of course not. Of course not. Why would they? Why wouldn't you invite them to the... Okay, Finland's at least done. Jesus. These guys not in our faction. They are helping us a little bit, but... Okay, so the Soviets are doing an offensive. Might as well help them. Berlin is so close. Can get the... That's not gonna help at all. This guy... These two are pretty good. So let's get at least that one. Aren't actually managing to push that great here. Yeah, here if we can get this in circle, that'd be great. Yep, there we go. At least something. At least something. Jesus. The Germans, the Soviets are just dancing around. At least they managed to take out a Finnish. I mean, jeez. They took out the Greeks 10 years ago and they're still fighting the Estonians and the Lithuanians. They are supported by Poland, but they don't have any German troops here anymore. Well, they do in Poland, but other than that, not much. Not much at all. Okay, so our assault here is now... actually, cancel and lease, brilliant. We're trying to push here, the salient, a little bit. If we can just push through here, that would be such a good sight to behold. Going up against Wilhelmshaven. Wilhelmshaven. Nice. Did they actually have Wilhelm? No, they still have this guy. That's why it's so hard. That's why it's so hard to attack, because they still have division defense on core territory 20% and attack on core territory 20%. If they only went for Wilhelm a tiny bit sooner, then this would be so easy. But instead they actually have insane bonuses. Let me check. How do I see it? No. But it's, you know, this is all their core territory, obviously, so they do have insane defense here. But just the fact that we're actually managing to push here is pretty good. So, okay, so we're about to encircle them here, kind of, sort of. So it's okay. We're about to take out Germany. Once we do that, I think this will be over, and that's where we're gonna end it, because Italy don't feel like taking them out. I mean, they've been a decent nuisance to the Allies, so that they won't attack us, at least yet. Anyway, so it's it would be a shame to lose them. And also, this series isn't supposed to go on for world conquest or anything like that, just to, you know, show the Germans what's what. And such a shame they didn't go for Wilhelm, though. This Mackinson's making it insanely difficult to push into Germany. And obviously, the best strategy as Germany is to keep Mackinson for as long as possible, at least on the defense, or against France. I guess against Russia also. So, yeah, you do lose quite a bit of your focus tree decisions and stuff if you don't go for Wilhelm sooner. But Mackinson's just such a lad, such a Chad, bro. Okay, so maybe if we shift here, not gonna help much. This guy, maybe? Okay. So they do seem to have quite a lot of strength in Poland still. Does Poland have any modifiers for defense? I wonder. No. Well, land fort construction speed, so it's obvious maybe that they just went all out. No, they actually didn't. No forts. It's just that the Russians had pretty bad debuffs. They didn't even get their great patriotic war, sort of national spirit because they're in the offense, of course. They waited just a tiny bit. We could have taken out Italy, maybe Turkey, and then it would have been much easier to take out Germany, because probably they would have gone for Wilhelm by then, and maybe even went to war against the Allies, which would have been tremendously helpful. We're about to take Berlin. Wonder if the Czechoslovakians actually have any sort of an event. No, of course not. Why would they? Why would they? Of course, taking out Munich gets you the checkmate, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, but at this point, yeah, we've lost huge amounts of men to the Germans, but that's due to their insane buffs. Okay, German Empire. Oh, finally. Ugh, finally. Okay, so we have... Why do... Of course the Russians have more participation. Why wouldn't they? So let's just take what we can, I suppose. And... Really? Okay. It's disappointing. So we'll just... eat up what we can, essentially. I'm not too concerned about Greece, because Greece, I think, yeah, they're not actually gonna take it. Let's just take out Greece at least something from them. There we go. Don't need Crete. Germany, what can you offer me? These two things, okay. Ugly borders, as always. The Rhineland should have... Let's take out... No, can't take out Ostpreußen. Maybe this? No? We have 16, okay. Let's pass a bunch, take out this. Bam. Argentina. Interesting. Well, I'm not gonna bother with that. Greece, yep. Stick to Greek Isles. There we go, done. What a war, what a war, what a stalemate. Mackensen's just too good. Just too good. This is now the Socialist Republic of Germany, of course. Wonder if they still have the... Yeah, they still have this. So they still should have bulwark against Bolshevism. Yes, they do. But they should lose it because they're in a faction with the Comintern. So there we go. That's I think that's what I'll call it. Call it quits for today. We did make Czechoslovakia quite thick. We did make the Comintern quite thick. So there we go. In the end, we didn't actually manage to destroy Afghanistan, and I single-handedly killed the Germans because the Russians were useless. And we're losing like 70% of their country to minor nations, so there we go. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.